Welcome everyone. This video is about question 37 of ICAP question bank. We will solve this question in accordance with latest tax law for tax year 2023. Please note that there are 3 points where we disagree with solution given in question bank. We will talk about these points after calculating taxable income. Please read the question carefully. You can pause video to read it. We will scroll it down in 2 parts. You can pause second part to read the question. Have a look at requirement of question. You are required to compute 3 items: total income, taxable income, and tax payable or refundable. Please note that the taxpayer in this question is an individual. Mr. Saeed. He was working on a foreign vessel. His monthly salary was remitted to Pakistan through normal banking channel. Recall notes slide. Salary income of Pakistani seafarer working on a foreign vessel is exempt from tax if following conditions are fulfilled. If salary remitted to Pakistan through normal banking channel, then it will be exempt from tax. After reading the information given in first para about salary income, we can conclude that this salary will be exempt from tax. Also note that he has resigned from DSL on October 1st. Therefore, he has received salary for 3 months in this tax year. Make your first working on a separate page. For each head of income, you should create a separate working on a separate page. Mention salary information in your working. Nothing will be included in taxable income as all salary is exempt from tax. Also note that since he has resigned from October 1st, then it means that from this day onwards he was physically present in Pakistan. Recall notes slide. His physical presence in Pakistan is more than 183 days, therefore we can conclude that Mr. Saeed is resident person. Your answer format will look like this. Fill in some basic information like name, type of person, residential status, and tax year. His next job is with HPL. The question provides some details of monthly salary and allowances. His job has started from October 1st and our tax year ends on June 30th. This is a period of 9 months, therefore, we will multiply monthly figures with 9. First information is about basic salary of Rs 600,000 per month. Mention it in your working. Rs 5.4 million will be included in taxable income. Next information is about medical allowance of Rs 66,000 per month. Recall notes slide. Medical allowance is exempt up to 10% of basic salary. Mention it in your working. Rs 54,000 will be included in taxable income. Next information is about bonus, which is equal to 2 basic salaries. However, it has to be calculated in proportion to the duration of stay in company. Which means that a factor of 9 by 12 will be multiplied by the amount of bonus. But since this bonus has been paid on 5th of July in next year, therefore payment of bonus does not fall in current tax year. Whatever the amount of bonus is, it will be part of taxable income in next year. So, information about bonus has no impact on our calculations in this year. Mention it in your working. No figure will be mentioned in this year working. Next information is about 2 company-maintained cars. Both cars were purchased in previous year. This date of purchase has no impact on our calculation. One car is for official purposes and second car is for personal use. Only car for personal use will be valued for taxable income. Recall notes slide. 10% of cost of vehicle will be included in taxable income. Mention it in your working. Don't forget to use 9 by 12 factor because he has worked for 9 months with this company. Next information is about free lunch from restaurant. Important point to be noted is that the restaurant is owned by a director of HPL. Value of lunch mentioned is Rs 125,000. Please note that employer is a pharma business and not a restaurant. Recall notes slide. If a restaurant provides free food to its employees, then value of this benefit is exempt from tax. Since employer is not a restaurant but is a pharma business, therefore this exemption does not apply. So we conclude that the value of free lunch is not exempt from tax. Mention it in your working. Amount of rupees 125,000 will be included in taxable income. Next information is about a fixed special allowance of rupees 20,000 per month to meet official expenses. Recall notes slide. Such allowances are exempt from tax. But if such allowance is paid with monthly salary on fixed basis, then this exemption will not apply. So amount of allowance will be taxable. Recall notes slide for deduction of expenses. No deduction is allowed for any expense in deriving salary income. So amount of actual expense given in question cannot be deducted from the amount of special allowance. Mention it in your working. Rupees 180,000 will be included in taxable income. Next information is about Provident Fund contribution of rupees 60,000 per month. Contribution has been made by both employer and employee. Recall notes slide. The question is silent that whether Provident Fund is recognized or unrecognized. We will take our assumption which should be beneficial for the taxpayer. Better assumption is recognized Provident Fund. For employee contribution, no treatment will be done as this amount is already included in salary income and is included in taxable income. However, employer's contribution has to be dealt with. Out of total employer's contribution, an amount lower of rupees 150,000 or 10% of basic salary will be exempt from tax. Let's make calculations in our working. Employer contribution comes to rupees 540,000. Exempt amount comes to rupees 150,000 and rupees 390,000 will be included in taxable salary income. Next information is about a loan obtained from scheduled bank. Previously, a deductible allowance was allowed for markup on loan obtained for acquisition of a house. In tax year 2023, this deductible allowance is no more allowed. Therefore, this information will have no impact on our calculation. Next information is about dividend from listed company. Please note that amount of dividend is net of zakat and withholding tax. Recall notes slide of income from other sources. Dividend is included in income from other sources. Also recall notes slide for final tax regime. The tax imposed on gross dividend is final tax. Imagine the location of dividend in your answer format. Gross dividend will be mentioned in front of income from other sources and under final tax regime. Net amount of dividend has been mentioned in question. We need to work out gross dividend first. Recall formula we discussed earlier. Use information given in question. Please note that 85 has been calculated after deducting rate of tax from 100. Gross dividend comes to rupees 750,000. Let's call it working 2. We will use this working later. Next information is about withholding tax of rupees 1.3 million. Please note this information. We will use it later. Let's conclude our workings. Salary working is complete now. Make its total. This question requires to calculate total income also. Recall page 44 of study text. Total income has been defined here. Please note that exempt income is part of total income. Now we come back to our working. Imagine where these figures should be placed in answer format. Mention working reference for convenience of examiner. Taxable salary will be mentioned under normal tax regime. Exempt salary figures will be mentioned separately. Then create a separate column for total. That's it. From working 2, get figures of gross dividend. Mention working reference for convenience of examiner. Total income comes to rupees 15,381,500. Mention zakat figure as deductible allowance. Calculate taxable income. Taxable income comes to rupees 6,229,000. Now we talk about our disagreements with solution given in question bank. You can see the taxable income in question bank is different. First reason is that salary from DSL has been included in taxable income. In our understanding, this amount should be exempt from tax. Second reason is special allowance. Although the solution says that it is fully taxable, yet no amount has been included in taxable income. Third reason is valuation of conveyance. The 9/12 factor has not been used despite the fact that service period is 9 months. Let's focus on our solution now. Find out rate of tax. Tax rates are given in exam, therefore no need to memorize these tables. Sixth slab is applicable here. Using this tax slab, make your calculations. Tax imposed comes to Rs 1,079,425. Calculate tax imposed on dividend income. Tax rate given in question is 15%. Tax imposed on dividend comes to Rs 112,500. This tax on dividend is final tax. In absence of any tax credits, it is very easy to calculate tax payable. From tax payable, deduct amount of withholding tax given in question. Tax refund comes to Rs 220,575. Congratulations! You did it! Your answer is complete now. You can ask your questions in comments section. See you all in our next video.